The Seoul skyline glittered beyond the studio windows, the late-night glow casting shadows across the empty dance practice room. Taehyung leaned against the mirrored wall, catching his breath after hours of perfecting choreography. His loose shirt clung to his skin, damp with sweat, and his dark hair fell messily over his eyes. Across the room, Jungkook was still moving, his body fluid and precise, every step a testament to why he was the golden maknae. But tonight there was something else in his movements, a restless energy, like he was dancing for Taehyung alone. "Young, you're slacking," Jungkook teased, pausing mid-step to flash a grin, his eyes glinting under the fluorescent lights. He wiped his brow, his sleeveless shirt showing off toned arms that Taehyung definitely wasn't staring at. Nope, not at all. Taehyung smirked, pushing off the wall. Says the guy who tripped during the bridge. He sauntered closer, their banter a familiar rhythm. But when their eyes met, something unspoken flickered. A spark that had been growing for weeks, maybe longer. It was in the way Jungkook's gaze lingered a beat too long, or how Taehyung's touches during practice had become less accidental. Jungkook stepped closer, closing the gap until they were inches apart. "Bet I could still outlast you," he said, voice low, playful but edged with something daring. His breath was warm, and Taehyung felt it like a pull, drawing him in. "Oh yeah?" Taehyung tilted his head, his own voice dropping to match. "Prove it." The air crackled, the studio's silence amplifying every sound. Their breaths, the faint hum of the air conditioning, the thud of Taehyung's heart. Jungkook's smile turned mischievous, his eyes searching Taehyung's face like he was weighing a decision. Then he leaned in, voice barely a whisper. "Come with me. I've got an idea." Taehyung raised an eyebrow, intrigued but wary. "What kind of idea?" Jungkook's grin widened, bold and reckless. The kind that'd make you blush just thinking about it. He paused. Taehyung's heart pounded, torn between caution and the thrill of Jungkook's boldness. He searched Jungkook's face, finding only certainty, and that infuriatingly charming confidence. Against every rational thought, he felt himself nod. "Fine," he whispered, barely believing his own words. "But if we get caught, I'm blaming you." Jungkook's laugh was low, triumphant. "Deal." He grabbed Taehyung's hand, pulling him toward the stairwell, their footsteps echoing in the empty building. The climb to the rooftop felt like a descent into madness, each step heightening the anticipation. The cool night air hit them as they pushed through the heavy door, the city sprawling below. Lights twinkling, distant traffic humming. But up here, it was just them. The rooftop was a forgotten corner of the building, cluttered with old equipment and shielded by a low wall. Jungkook led Taehyung to a secluded spot near the edge, where the city's glow barely reached. The thrill of being so exposed, yet hidden, made Taehyung's skin prickle. "You're insane," he said again, but his voice was breathless, caught between nerves and excitement. Jungkook turned to face him, his expression softening but still intense. "You said yes," he reminded, stepping close enough that Taehyung could feel the heat radiating from him. No backing out now. Their eyes locked, and the world seemed to fade. The city, the risks, everything but Jungkook's presence. Taehyung's hands found Jungkook's waist, pulling him closer, and Jungkook responded instantly, his fingers threading through Taehyung's hair. Their lips met in a kiss that started soft but quickly deepened, charged with weeks of unspoken tension. It was reckless, electric, a collision of want and daring. The moment unfolded in a haze of closeness, their bodies pressed together as they surrendered to the pull. Jungkook's hands roamed, gentle but sure, guiding them into a shared rhythm that was both intimate and restrained, mindful of their surroundings. It wasn't about the act itself, but the connection. The way Jungkook's breath hitched, the soft sounds he made, the trust in his half-lidded eyes as he let Taehyung lead. The thrill of the rooftop, The city just beyond heightened every touch, every whispered reassurance, until they reached a quiet, shared release, their foreheads resting together in the aftermath, breaths mingling in the cool air. "I can't believe you said yes to that," Jungkook murmured, a smile tugging at his lips as he brushed a strand of hair from Taehyung's face. His voice was soft, almost reverent, like he hadn't expected Taehyung to match his boldness. Taehyung chuckled, still catching his breath, his heart full. "I can't believe it either." He leaned in, stealing another kiss, slow and tender, savoring the moment. They stayed like that, wrapped in each other, the city oblivious below, until the distant sound of a door creaking somewhere in the building snapped them back to reality. Jungkook grinned, grabbing Taehyung's hand. "Time to go, Hyung." They slipped back into the stairwell, hearts racing, laughter bubbling up as they made their escape. Back in the studio, Taehyung caught Jungkook's eye, a shared secret passing between them, and his cheeks flushed with the memory of what they'd just done.